Hello folks, I'm back out in the garage again today. Last night after I put the last video together, I got a call from the fella that I could come out and meet somewhere to pick up that bumper last night. So that's what I did after the other video was pretty much finished. So I went and picked it up, and today I'm going to work on putting that front bumper on. I went to the parts store to try to get some bumper bolts. Nobody here has any. So the bumper itself that I got has two on it. Hopefully I can save those. And I've got two from when I took it off of here. The other ones all had to be cut off, so they're no good. So I'll get to working on that and bring you along for the ride. Here's the two bumpers side by side. The one closest to us here is the one that came off the truck, and the one with the braces still on it is the one that I bought yesterday. You can see the one in the front here, the one that came off the truck, is relatively flat, straight. The one behind it has the curvature that it should have, a slight curvature to the bumper, and that's the way it should be. So that part of the bumper looks great. Okay, here's another angle of that bumper. There was a couple of things that I noticed last night whenever I went to go pick it up. One was this bolt hole right here is kind of boogered up. So I actually got him to knock $10 off of it for that. I don't see any dents per se, but it does appear as if this area down here is bent up this way a little bit. In order to test that, I'm going to pull the, I don't know what you call that thing, the air dam, I guess, off, and it might need some repairs, but I'm going to try to pull it off and put it on this one and see if it fits right. If it doesn't, then this area down here will definitely need some work, probably. Other than that, it's really not a bad looking bumper. It needs cleaning bad, but we're gonna work with it and see what we can get done. It also looks as if possibly right down in here might have been smacked. Of course, that could be the top. Being pulled up could make that look a little weird. Maybe if it comes down some, it would straighten that up. But that's what I've got, and that's what I'm going to work with. Okay, I tried to get some light here on the front of the truck to show you this. When the original bumper got hit, it evidently bent these back that way, basically up and back. I don't see any cracks there, but this is I'm hoping that I can get a crescent wrench on here and bend this back down so that the other bumper will line up without a problem. Not sure exactly how well that's going to work, but I'm going to give it a shot. I've got a big honker crescent wrench. Hopefully I can get it on there without it slipping back and coming up and smacking the grill or something. But I'm going to work on that, and then we'll pull those two bumpers in over here off to the side where I got a little bit more room, and see if what I can make happen there. Ideal would be to heat this up with the gas axe, and that way make it a little easier to bend back. But of course, I don't have one of those, so we'll give this a shot. Oh, that should be working pretty good so far. I'm not sure exactly where it's got to be, but that looks pretty pretty straight. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, on this new bumper, looking at this bracket here, I might be able to just leave that bracket on and take the one off my truck and just bolt it, these two bolts up here. This one over here is loose. One bolt is holding it on and it spins all the way. Here's another look at this bent area that I was talking about that you don't see down there. So this area here is definitely going to have to come down. But evidently this thing got walloped once before. Over there, zoom you in. That was wrong in. There we go. There's no, where the bolt mounts up, no washers or anything in between. This one here has got a whole stack of washers. So evidently this thing is a little bit more tweaked than I thought it was. I don't know that I'm going to be able to get that off. This is very, very loose. And it's acting as if the square portion of that bolt, where's it at? There. It's acting as if the square portion of that bolt might be rounded too, because the whole bolt's moving. And it's pretty flush over here. Boy, it's hard to do out here in the sunlight. Let me get you up and around. See that bolt there? It just turns right along with the bracket, and it's actually still up on the thing. You can actually see here where this is kind of dented in as well. So I don't know. I'll see what I can get off. I don't have, like I say, I don't have heat to get these things off with. At the very worst, I'm going to be cutting them off from the backside. I hope at least I can get to them. Maybe I can get to them with the death wheel and get them knocked off. That one over there, I may just leave that one on and just unbolt the bracket from itself from the frame. So I'll be back. Okay, I've looked through my tools. I can't seem to find a 3/4 1/2-inch drive 6-point socket anywhere. So I'm going to try to use a 12-point on these bumper bolts. I really hate doing this, but they're so tight that I can't get them with a conventional ratchet. And I have my other set of tools that I like to use for 1/2-inch drive is actually at my daughter's house in a different county. So I'm going to try the Ugga Dugga. I hate using that thing, but because usually it doesn't work out well for me. But we're going to see what happens. I finally, after searching and searching, I finally found my PB Blaster. It doesn't have any air in it. Can't get anything out of it. Thinking about poking a hole in it, but anyway, that's where I'm at. I'm still working on it. Okay, the Ugga Dugga got 2 of them out, and the other one, it just broke off eventually. So that means I have 4 bolts total to put this bumper on with, which I'll take it. Fortunately, this one over here where I was worried about it, having all those washers on there, it's nice and square. I thought that it might have been rounded out, but it's not. We might have gotten lucky. I still need to do a little tweaking here and there. And I did get the air dam off. It's laying right there. I need to get all of the little bolts off here because they don't have them on the other bumper. So that's where I'm standing right now. So I'm gonna stay busy. Okay, I took the 4 bolts that I have and ran the tap down through all the nuts, and then because the bolts were so short and I couldn't get them to hold onto the vise to hold onto them good enough to run the die across them. So I just run the air file, that and the of course the wire wheel on the grinder, and got it cleaned up. One of them had a little bit of damaged threads, but the air file took care of the thread file took care of it. So now I'm going to try to put them on. I've got the bumper sitting in place. Doesn't look half bad, just sitting there. Let me back you out a little bit. So looks pretty good there. So I'm going to try to bolt it in place with the 4 bolts. I'll probably just put the top bolts in, the top 4, and then wait till I can get some more bolts, I guess, for the other 4. I'll bring it back when I get it on there. Okay, it's on. Looks pretty straight. Everything looks nice. It's got a little bit of something on there. It does scratch off, so I'm thinking it's just dirt from where it was being stored. It was stored standing up on this end. And it does have a little bit of road rash, or some kind of rash right in there. And something I didn't notice before, down on this end, somebody drilled a hole in it. Don't really understand that, but like I say, I've only got 4 bolts in it, but they are good and tight. The where I bent the top brackets back to seems to have been perfect. The bolt holes in the bottom do line up. It looks like I'm only going to need 4 more bolts. 2 for the very bottom down here, and 2, 1 on each side there. And then of course I got to put the air dam thing there back on. It needs a little bit of love though before I do that, and I also have to take the pieces off the bumper there. But it's firm. It would definitely. We do have a vehicle inspection still here in West Virginia, so this would pass vehicle inspection. So bumper's done. That's been a big worry of mine, where I was going to get a bumper and how I was going to do that. So I'm pleased with what I paid for it. It is going to need a little bit of tweaking, but I'll wait until after I get all the bolts in order to do that. Down on the other end down there, I believe, is where, or maybe down here, right here. Yeah, right there on the bottom is going to need to come up some. And I think that might help make it look a little straighter. It doesn't look bad out of whack now, but it is just a little bit, but not too bad. Acceptable for 60 bucks, considering these things go from, I think, somewhere around $200 on LMC, if not more. And this is an original bumper, so it should last a lot longer than the aftermarket ones and fit better. So I'm happy with that. I'll be back here in just a minute with a little bit of an outro. Okay, as you saw, we got the bumper in and on. Took a little bit of to do, but got the old brackets off of it, and got a whole bunch of washers to put in the bolt bin. I don't know what they were from. Maybe the frame on the other truck that it came off of got bent or something. I don't really know. But anyway, it seemed to fit fine here. So we're gonna call that one partially done. Like I said, I still got to find 4 more bolts and then put that air dam on. That air dam is going to need so it's all broken. So I might do some plastic welding on that, or try anyway, to see if I can get that thing to where it will actually act like an air dam instead of just flopping around. I can't imagine it being very effective the way it is. I'm not sure when they started putting those on these trucks, but this one definitely had one from the beginning. So I'm gonna call it a day today and go in and jump in the shower. I can't wait to get this truck done. I can pull this truck out and clean all the dust out of this garage, from sanding and stuff like that. It's terrible crawling up underneath there. You basically there's no doubt about it, you're gonna be taking a shower. You look like that, what was that guy's name in Peanuts? Pigpen. Just walking around. Anyway, I'm gonna call this one done, and thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and thanks for coming along for the ride.